Welcome everybody to episode 2 of Spaced Out. I am your host, Paul Antonio. On this week's episode, comedian and mortician Juan Cias. That's right, he'll kill you with his jokes and know exactly what to do with the body. Space Cadet Clutch and Randall fill in for Hammy, who missed the recording by oversleeping. Normally he just sleeps during the show. Felipe is also on this episode, so there's that too. If you want to catch me live, I will be hosting at Flappers in Claremont on September 17th with Dwayne Perkins, Ben Morrison, Rodrigo Torres, Pablo Sanchez, and just added to the show, Mr. Ezekiel Echevarria. That's right, if you guys enjoyed episode 1 of Spaced Out, you have the opportunity to see both guests. If you want free tickets, that's right, free, please hit me up on my Instagram or Twitter at the Paul Antonio, and I will definitely hook it up. I will also be hosting Comedy by the Slice at PBW in downtown Pomona on September 19th. That is a Tuesday. Normally those shows are on Thursdays. This one's on a Tuesday. The headliner for that show is Joe Prano. It's going to be a dope show, $5 cover. For more information on Spaced Out events, please check out the Spaced Out Instagram at Spaced Out Prod. All right, with everything out of the way, let's give this episode a listen. What was going through your mind the first time you saw a dead body? And when was it?
I first started, I've been in the business for over 10 years now. The first time I saw a dead body, like in person, it was strange to me because like I realized like it's so normal. It was like a normal person, like normal, like just in bed, just died of old age, and it was like it was weird how fucking normal everything was to me. I was expecting something traumatic and people to be all crazy, but no, it was completely just, it was a fucking Tuesday, and people were just moving on. Like life was going on outside, people were mowing the lawn and shit, and like I'm in there picking up a dead body, and it's just like it was just weird to me, man.
And that was before you had the job as mortician.
That was before. That was when I first came across my first homicide. I mean, I didn't
just picked up the body and started dancing with it.
Right? It was weird. It was an experience. It was a beautiful, and thus I became a mortician.
Oh, it's become mortician. This dead body is so beautiful.
It's just so nice. It was very peaceful, very serene. You know.
Did you get the beginning though?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Welcome everybody to Spaced Out. On that note. Spaced Out episode 2 featuring the amazing comedian, mortician, Juan Cias.
Thank you.
Yay. Nobody claps.
There we go.
Everybody needs to clap.
I'm used to the one singular clap, in comedy, just like the one dude. So thank you for making that.
It's the size of all of our audiences. Exactly. It's just one guy and then his girl who's just eating nachos.
Exactly, dude. And that felt good.
So we're here with, I don't know what happened to Hammy. I think he's asleep.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, but co-host Hammy is not here today.
I'm new Hammy.
And yeah, Felipe's new Hammy. Felipe back from Houston.
Houston, Texas.
Ooh, yes.
Alive and well.
No more rain. Good. No more sign language that's occurring. So Felipe will be filling in for Hammy. And also, new to the program, we've been looking for an affectionate term for our interns. And past guest Ezekiel Echevarria landed on a very special term. So the interns on the show will now be known as Space Cadets.
It's very appropriate. Very appropriate.
So we have 2 Space Cadets here.
Because they're not quite, like full-on people. They're just fucking cadets.
Exactly.
So
they'll earn their racing stripe eventually. So Space Cadet Clutches and Kobe, we launched them into space. we launched them into space. No ship, just body.
Just whole. Just the whole thing. We just aimed the whole thing up there.
Just collective strength. We threw them as far as we could.
It was a big slingshot. I mean, it was impressive. It was really impressive.
We lost Hammy in the process. That's why he's not here.
God rest his soul.
But let's see if we can get a transmission from space to see if Space Cadet Clutch like Kobe is there. Are you there?
Testing? Can you hear me?
And he's from the 20s. I forgot to tell you this. This is a very important detail I left out.
That is not me. There appears to be some kind of setting on the microphone.
Oh, okay. He just has the... Oh, did you send him up there with the vintage mic, Felipe?
Very vintage.
Yeah, apparently.
We spent so much money on the slingshot. I mean, we just could only... yeah.
We had to recover the mic. It's a cursed
I
mic.
found it in a trash can, dude.
That's a very nice find to find in a trash can. Clutch.
That's why it smells this way then.
Clutch, how's the weather up there in space?
Cold. Very, very cold.
So cold it's affecting his processing of words. A little extra space there. All right, Clutch, we'll be in contact with you throughout the episode. That would be the best if we never threw back to him the whole rest of the show.
That's it. No more.
That's all you're getting, a Space Cadet Clutch.
Thank you, Space Cadet Clutch. He's doing God's work up there. God's and also Cat's works up there, you know? Just, we need
Gods
to check
and
on that
cats.
cat, actually.
I know. We need to rescue the spaced out cat. That's actually why we sent Clutch up there, to rescue the spaced out cat. He's looking for him. You just leave the door open and they just run straight to space. It's just what
Cats,
happens.
man.
Sometimes they have that technology now. All right. So Juan Cias,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
very excited to have you on the show.
I'm very excited to be on Spaced Out, man. This is awesome.
Mostly because we never have killers on the show. We just have trying to get a confession out of
I
her.
don't like to call it so much killing. I like to call it as I think of it as setting them free. I mean, is what I do. I'm doing God's work.
Oh, I just wanted you to tell a story about how there was someone came in, they were still alive, and you're like, the family already thinks they're dead. And you just smothered their face.
That has. It's funny that's actually something that's kind of happened one time. Like I pull into the house and the family's like freaking out. They're just like, I don't know. Like the paramedics, they just came in and they just announced really quick. I don't know if they're really dead. And I was like, ma'am, let me assure you that this person is dead. So I started doing little tricks that I thought would work. Like if you notice in the palm of the hand, you'll see a lot of purpling. I pull out the palm of the hand. There was no purpling. I was like, okay, well, actually, if you do this, and like it was just all of it was like there was no signs. I was like, okay, just to make sure, I grabbed the pillow and I just put it over the face, and then I was like, okay, no, see, there was some minor struggling. After that, we were good. It was safe. We were good. And after that, I just told her, as you see, the body is dead. I'm okay.
That you just pulled out the penis, just started going down on it.
See, it's not erect. It's not erect at all.
No reaction. No reaction whatsoever is happening at this moment. All right, let's all wave hi to my dad as we're recording. He's always part of the show.
Hello.
He came into the garage last time with the car when we were recording the show.
That's awesome.
That's a nice sound effect.
It ruined the illusion of a studio. The garage just went up. It's like, oh.
And then he closed the garage door and just left it running and left all you people just like, you know what? This is it. This is the last Spaced Out. I'm tired of this shit.
We just die. We're like, it's worth the show. Vent it. Open the door. No, it's worth it. We have to keep the conditions exactly the same. Dude. All right. So I did write you some questions.
Awesome.
I didn't leave you
I have
hanging.
a question. Juan, what do you do?
What do I do?
Deep.
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 Well, okay. That's what I go deep, bro. I go balls deep is what I do in the mortuary work. No,
With them
actually,
bodies.
I do a little bit of everything, man. Like I pick them up when they die from wherever they're at. I pick them back. I put them in the cooler and whatnot. I meet with families, make arrangements. I used to help with the embalming, but then that just got to be too much, man. Just the chemicals and everything too much, man. So I was like, I got out of that, and I just started. I do help with the makeup, the dressing, and all that shit, and I do a little bit of everything, just a little bit of everything, Yeah.
So,
Is the mustache required of the job?
The mustache is actually, it's a part of the dress code. Fucking, I had to the more time you have in mortuary, the thinner the mustache gets. So I'm very proud of how thin my mustache is, you guys, and I'm hoping one day to just have it to one single strand of hair all the way around. It's just
Interwoven?
It's just gonna be a thing of beauty.
Oh. So you got the Gomez Adams vibe going on
I do.
in your act and in the mortuary. I would assume.
That's right, man. That's right. I was very inspired by that movie, you guys. It was it changed my life. It changed my life. So
Do you play it up on stage, or is that just how you are?
I'm very much
tough
like,
hitting
yeah,
questions.
it's I'm kind of like, I'm very much like that, but I ham it up. I definitely have to ham it up a little bit on stage, you
A
know?
little bit more dramatic.
Yeah, you got to make it a little bit more dramatic, you know?
Make it people think a little bit more.
You got to make sure the mamushka is really on point, you know? You got to, if you can't do the mamushka right, then what the fuck is it all for, you guys? What?
Clutch is sending transmissions back and forth. You can
Clutch,
talk.
Clutch.
Clutch is connected via Skype. See, NASA.
Skeep. You can afford Skype.
So he has the free trial. He could speak in 10-second segments. So you can whenever you want.
There's a huge delay. Yeah, there's a big
Yeah.
delay. It's taking time. It's going through space.
That's just a mental delay. That's not even on the mic.
That's not even an effect.
That's just the learning curve of his education. All right.
We've just received your transmission, and you can fuck off.
It's worth it every time we go to any character
man.
in a
I'm so gonna
location.
sample that.
It's gonna be the next drop.
Next show we'll have a beat with that.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's cool.
Do you ever find yourself being like desensitized with customers? Like, do you ever catch yourself like being brutally honest with someone's loved one?
If they're assholes to me, absolutely. If they're just straight pricks, I'll fucking just give it to them straight, dude.
Damn.
I'm totally... I try to be respectful, man, but sometimes these people and shit, they're coming into me like if I'm if I'm the one that killed them and shit, and it's like, you know what? There's no evidence of that. You can't prove that. I had nothing to do with that. And they're just very angry and they're bitter. And it's like, dude, I know your father's death is affecting you. But it's affecting me in so many ways too. Like I got some blood on my shirt. Like that's
Selfish.
affecting me.
You're
Like
just so selfish.
They're fucking pricks. You know?
think your dad died? Well, I had to lift him.
Exactly. I had to pick his ass up, and I got a little bit of him on me. Like this is that's not cool, dude. Like these people are fucking, just they're making it all about them, and that's no. That's
Totally. Don't make it about you.
don't make it about you.
That's so great. All right, we should just go. Oh, this is a good one. All right, so you have a bit in your act about suicide.
I do.
I don't know if it's a new bit, but
Okay.
what? So, do you care to elaborate on the certain types of suicide that people should avoid?
Oh man, avoid guns. Avoid guns in general. This is getting a little deep here, but I just had this conversation with a coworker yesterday. We're talking about different ways of suicide. He was saying he wants to go out instantaneously with a gun. I was like, dude, there's so many things that can go wrong with that. I've literally seen people aim, and then they must have flinched at the last second and fucked up, and then they end up having to all right, the guy went in through the bottom of his chin, and he fucked up and got scared at the last second and kind of moved up, and the bullet ended up going out through the septum, just through his nose. Didn't kill him. It did not kill him. So he had to go around a second time and finish the job off right. So it's that's just dude, that must have been a really shitty fucking moment for him, So it's avoid guns. Guns are bad. Guns are always bad.
Hey, he got a new piercing in death. Worth it.
I just so I don't know if I were to ever do it. Honestly, I think I would go with just a hanging. Just because another thing too, the reason I would want to avoid any type of trauma to the brain. Mm-hmm. I've heard dying being described as turning off a light bulb. There's always that afterglow, which doesn't just turn off immediately. There's always that little bit of an afterglow, and that's what they say is what you see. Heaven, that's what that actually is. It's just that afterglow. It's you're just seeing all this, and it's supposed to be a long, it's supposed to seem really long. So I just can't help but think if you fucking shoot yourself in the head, you take that all away, and it's no, I want to get that crazy last high, dude. I want to get really fucking high on that. That high of death is just got to be the greatest high of all,
Death high. Something
high.
that Clutch.
The final high.
Clutch loves death high. That's why he practices that autoerotic asphyxiation. Tries to get right to the end.
Squanch yourself.
Indeed. Every Sunday, right after football.
There's so much pause in between your sentences.
It's the delay from space, you guys.
It's like talking to Bruce Jingles.
We got to get a new transmitter.
We need to actually pay for the subscription and not rely on free
All right.
trials.
Maybe if you were to shut the fuck up, I could come in.
All right. What came first, fixing up dead bodies or performing for dead audiences?
I think fixing up dead bodies first definitely came up first. I always wanted to do comedy when I was a kid, but I didn't realize you can actually do it. I just thought it was something you needed shit. You thought you needed agents and stuff like that, and I didn't do any of that. So I just started working on bodies, and then after a while, I started meeting so many families, hearing stories and shit of just crazy stories of people that just accomplished so much, But it was more of the stories. Just like, yeah, well, he was born here and he kind of just died here. Like, well, what do you do? It's like, you just kind of watch TV. Like, that's like, dude, that's just the most depressing thing I ever heard. So like, I got to start doing shit. And that's when I just started doing comedy. So
Damn, that's interesting. So it, like, motivated you to be better than those people.
exactly. Those pieces of shit in life just totally motivated me to do something. Just do something, damn it.
Just put them in a cardboard box, throw them in the ground, and that's how they live.
That's basically like, yeah, like they died the moment they were born. I mean, they were just like, they would just live no life. They experienced nothing. And I just want to be able to experience shit, you know?
Damn. Well, this is something to keep in your mind, too, because as we do on every episode, this is only the second episode.
Is this a secret word? Are we about to all freak out?
Testosterone. Please enter that on Twitter for a chance to win a trip to, Flappers Claremont, September 17th.
Free tickets?
You get 2 free tickets, September 17th.
2 drink minimum.
2 drink minimum.
We don't pay it.
We're not paying for your drinks. All right, so one thing we do ask the guests, just keep in the back of your mind, at the end of the episode, we're going to ask you for a piece of life advice. So just keep it in the back of your mind, formulate it,
Sure.
and then we'll continue with the show. Because eventually we want to make I don't want to be too hip, but we want to make a zine.
Nice.
And then we'll make it with all the different guests. And
Oh, dude, I love zines. Those are so old school. Can we have a mixtape with that? Like, that would be awesome, dude.
Let's
Like
do
a
it.
kick-ass mixtape.
featuring Space Cadet Chaz.
We got to make sure we have Blink-182 on the mixtape, too. Just we got to make sure just any Blink-182
It's going to be Clutch talking over Blink-182 the entire
That would be
the
amazing.
entire tape.
Let's make that happen.
All right, it's going to happen for sure. It doesn't have to be good or bad.
Yeah.
You could imagine Pablo gave us a sentence.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I've got life lessons.
I'm looking forward to that one. So we were talking a little bit before we started recording, but you saw the movie Bernie with Jack Black.
Love that movie. Great movie.
Do you think it's accurate?
It's very accurate. It's very accurate.
In what ways?
We all, as morticians, fall in love with our families and go on to try to have sex with them later. Like, it's just, that happens. That totally happens. you
Yeah,
guys.
can't blame you.
And then, like, they get annoying, and you just have to murder them. I mean, it's just the fucking, I mean, not every time, but it happens, you guys.
You're like, your husband just died. Stop being a bitch.
Right?
Let
You
me
gotta,
get it
I
in.
don't know. It's very depressing, so you got to get them over the depression, over that D, with a little bit of D, you know?
Wow. You made it work.
What's going on down there?
Nothing. You're not invited
No,
to the...
You told us to fuck off.
I
so
know.
That's what we're doing.
We're not happy with you, Clutch like Kobe.
Wait, is that your first? Wait,
This
no, you
is-
told us to fuck off. Never mind. I'm over it.
All right, Felipe, bye.
What?
Thank you for... adding. Do you think Bernie was gay? Kind of comes off as a little gay.
Yeah,
I think he was.
I find a lot of people in the industry are actually. They kind of come off as a little effeminate because you kind of have to be. You're dealing with people that are grieving, so you got to be like, "Oh my goodness, oh how are you?" Just like so, yeah. He kind of came off a little effeminate, but nah, he gave her that D, bro. I mean, come on, he's not gay.
He gave her that D reluctantly. Taped a picture of a dude's face on the back of her head and went to town.
That's right. That's right. But
Bernie, what was I going to say? So, yeah, I mean, was he in it for the money? He might have been, right?
I think we all kind of in it for the money because you have to make a living. But for the most part, it's deeper than that. I think as a morticians, we have this code of just like just we want to do well by the family. We want to do right by people. We want to just we want to spread love. We want to spread love.
I can't get the image out of my head that morticians are just these horny beings. So we'll wrap up the body and take care of the family, if you know what I
Take
mean.
good care of them. That's right.
Well, what would you rather be doing? Stand up or
It's a really good
That's a
question.
tough question.
putting Space Cadet Clutch in a box? That's what we're going to need at the end of the show.
And blasting him. Like, it's funny because we're going to retrieve him from space, put him in a box, and then just blast him right back off into space again. Just
Well,
like-
with you talking about sex, I don't know which kind of blasting you mean. Horny
Oh.
mortician. The horny mortician.
the horny more.
The worst Halloween costume you could buy at Park City.
I am open to either.
Oh man, but
Say, jump on that Party City. The horny
yeah.
mortician.
the horny.
Let's sell it.
It's spaced out
We need
Halloween
money.
costumes.
We need money. Give us money.
We need a lot of money. We need to be able to afford our Skype premium, so we don't have the 30-minute gaps in between talking. Clutch gives me no reaction on the mic.
I'm in fucking space.
That's true.
Please provide a script next time, asshole.
I didn't even know your name before the show started. I still think it's Chaz. How is the summer weather affecting business?
The summer weather, man, it's crazy. We've been really. It normally starts slowing down, dude, but it's been like really hot. So we're staying steady right now. And what really sucks about the heat more than anything is just when they go unfound. Oh God, the smell. The smell is just something that makes you so fucking hungry, you guys. It's really bad. It's like,
It makes you hungry.
It's so hungry, you guys. It's
Hungry? Like food hungry?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's say that.
The Horny Mortician. Coming soon. It's the sequel to Bernie. Have you so let's go back to comedy, right?
Sure.
We're gonna jump all over the place with
Let's
this
go.
one. Has your set ever been like have you ever said something about death in your set and then had like an audience member come up to you afterwards?
Yeah, a lot of people come up to me afterwards. They don't think I'm serious, and they you're not really a mortician. It's like, no, I actually, like, I swear to God, I am. They like it's. I had a show like not too long ago at the Ice House, and did well. My material was doing really well. I was getting a lot of laughs. My brother was there, and he told me afterwards, like, apparently someone got really fucking offended, like super like offended, and got up and kind of made a little bit of a scene in his little corner and like stormed out. And it's like, man, that just happens, you know?
Yeah, regardless of people said, but it's good that you're not like a neurotic comedian.
Yeah, I don't really
Because
care.
there's neurotic comedian. I'm not going to say her name, but I was working with this chick in LA,
Uh-huh.
and I made the idiot decision to tell her that a couple walked out during her set, and
Oh,
she didn't
God.
see it, and she almost started like breaking down, and she was just like, "Oh my God, what part was it? What did I say? What was it?" And I was like, "Dude, don't care. Like,
Yeah.
let people be offended.
Yeah,
and walk
that's
out."
that's one thing I've heard from tips from like other like senior comedians, just basically saying just you're not gonna win your entire audience. Like you're gonna have a good amount of people that hate your shit. So it's
Oh yeah, the Irvine Improv.
that happens.
That was fun. All old white couples in that audience, and all
Did
my
you bomb?
dead baby jokes. I didn't bomb. I had an okay set. I think I did better at Claremont the week before.
Yeah.
But no, that was a rough room, dude.
Yeah.
You don't realize how much you have to adapt your set.
Oh yeah, dude. I had to learn that because I mean my shit is it's really dark. You guys, it's really dark stuff.
Yeah.
And I've tried it in certain rooms, and it was terrible. So I had to learn to have just backup stuff ready to go.
Yeah.
You got to learn to adapt.
When the senior comedians on the circuit are telling you, you don't have to make them laugh, just get a reaction out of them.
Yeah.
They're like, you did fine. You got a reaction out of them. I'm like, yeah, all those gasps. I was like, that was a fun time.
Exactly. They like it because they see like, hey, it's not doing too well. That makes me look even better. You know?
Yeah, exactly. But what's crazy too is even if you just get that reaction, sometimes it hits like really well, and
Yeah.
you get a gasp, but it's worth a laugh. You know?
Yeah, I've gotten that a lot. You know, I get the gasp, and I give it a second, and then you hear like the laughers that are trying to be held back. Like they don't want to fucking laugh at that, but they're laughing at it.
Yeah.
And that's the reaction I really love when I see them like holding their hand over their mouth, trying not to fucking laugh. But it's like you can see them laughing. That's the greatest.
That's the best.
That's the greatest.
You should roll through tonight to the Rev Brewing in Covina if you want to do a drop in.
Go.
Oh man, where's Covina?
It's called Rev Brewery.
Well, I got one in Pomona. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry, Ontario later tonight.
Oh
So,
yeah, no, you're not gonna make that drive.
Probably
That
not.
is an 8-hour drive.
Yeah.
Did you just start Himalayan chanting? What are you doing?
Sorry. I was testing. I forgot we had.
You can't just test live during the show. What
That's
the
how my
hell?
mind works.
The hell is wrong with you?
Works.
Whoa.
This isn't Hannibal show. You can't just be dropping that shit randomly.
It's creepy. That's awesome.
You should give that effect to Clutch and see what he could do with it. Wait, Clutch is getting even deeper in space. Is he? You guys have no chemistry. You can't take any clues from each other.
Hello? Can you hear me?
You sound like an
It
alien.
appears. Damn it. Let the fucking bit fall, jackass. Jesus fucking Christ.
He sounds like he drifted off further into space. Like the shit's gone off the rails. Do you see the cat? I mean, that's what we want to know more than anything.
We need to save the cat.
Every time that I try to use our equipment, it is interfered by your stupid podcast. The cat has most likely run out of air by now. We will most likely not reach it in time.
It's a good thing we have Juan here. You can take care of that cat.
I'll take care of that cat.
He'll blast him into space. He'll give him the proper. He'll show him heaven before he leaves.
Right.
Yeah.
A proper space cat Viking funeral.
Darth Vader.
Space Cat Viking Funeral is
Cat Vader.
the debut track of my metal band. This is a good one. Has anyone ever asked you for a discount?
Dude, every fucking time, dude.
Wait, you serious?
I shit you not. That is actually a thing, dude. Especially because we deal with a lot of Hispanic families. Me being Hispanic, they think, oh, if I drop a little bit of Spanish on this guy.
I do that to mechanics. Trying to get a discount, you know.
It's a Mexican thing. Mexicans love to haggle. So it's like, pues no, pues y si pago con el cash? It's like, it's still that price, bro. Like,
Just trying to do it like off the books.
Right? Dude, it's crazy. However, we do offer a buy one, get one half off. I mean, that's just courtesy, you guys.
Really? That's awesome. Do you guys have coupons you send in the mail?
Mailers?
No, we do send out coupons for whatchamacallit though, for
Groupon.
Groupon?
we send out Groupons, you guys.
We have Groupons.
Oh,
We
It
have
works.
Groupons for sure.
That's a trick.
We send out Groupons and GoFundMe links, you guys. Just, you know what? I know you can only afford like a direct cremation, but with the help of a bunch of strangers, you can afford to get your father that proper send off.
Does that annoy you? All the GoFundMes for because there's no life
weird.
insurance anymore. It's just
Yeah,
GoFundMe.
it's just GoFundMe. It's just GoFundMe for everything. It's like, I got a headache. GoFundMe. It's crazy. No, it's cool, but at the same point, it's fucking irritable because I see a lot of these families take full advantage of it and go way past their goals and just use that money for like their own personal gains. And it's like, that's fucked up in my opinion.
Yeah, you don't need $4,000 for a new pair of glasses.
Exactly. It's
I might.
ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because it has
Gold.
to custom fit around your head.
Right? It's insane.
We have to get Chaz back.
We need to start a
It's
GoFundMe for
Clutch, you
Chaz.
son of a bitch.
Chaz.
I feel like you're giving off more of a Chaz vibe than a Clutch
Your name's
vibe.
Chaz. Fun Clutch.
Than a Clutch like Kobe vibe. See, Space Cadet. I don't remember Space Cadet Clutch's name, so he told me before the show. It's Clutch, like Kobe. I wish we had that recording.
I don't even know what that means.
What about
Clutch.
you reminds you of Kobe? He's going to walk off the show.
It appears that you are fading in and out.
I don't know. He shook his head.
That was beautiful.
I know, you didn't say
Let's
shit.
cut off transmission. JK, more.
I know. All right. We're heading towards the first shirt change.
Do you want
The first shirt change.
Just say
The
something.
episode.
I want to hear your voice, please.
Whose voice? Yours?
All.
It appears that I potentially sound more interesting than the host.
You should host the show for like the next 2 minutes.
All right, go.
There is an asteroid checking out a meteor. They are now crashing into each other repeatedly. A comet is now coming into play. Strange angle. Meteor is not into it.
Check.
Do you have more? To this amazing
The
love
images
story?
that were trying to be recorded has short-circuited my camera. Visibility is low.
Wait, he's had a camera?
Yeah, what the hell?
Where'd you get this camera?
We didn't have
buy
money.
shit.
We sent him out with like an old style, like
Black and
Polaroid, like a little Polaroid.
The rolling one.
Oh, the roll.
The one.
We got it at a vintage store. It came with no film. He just thinks he's out there recording.
Poor bastard.
Yeah, it's fun for us to just send people into space.
Cadets, not people.
Oh
Cadets.
yeah,
They're not people. You don't treat them like people.
So I was going to ask if you could give us a cadet discount.
I'm so hungry.
Well, if you find the cat that'll satisfy some, that'll be your meal for the ride back.
Oh, that's spaced out. Kid.
I like the laugh. The laugh in the. Sorry, I hit the mic. I like the laugh in the.
I like the laugh.
echo.
Fuck the sound.
I know.
Fuck the sound guy.
Pop everybody's ears. Sorry, man. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know how to recover from that. That was quite the dive into Space Cadet.
Where do you go from space?
Chasworth's head.
I guess the only place to go from space is down.
Or up.
Down into the
Whoa.
ground.
It is mostly sideways.
Whoa, wait, he's back on Earth. What the hell just happened?
Get back closer.
Put him in the box. Get him out of here.
See, that's what we didn't actually send him into space. We just have a cardboard box in the corner.
That's his space.
We told him he was going to space.
We should kick the box every once in a while.
We just shook it and said, blast off. And now he believes he's there.
I think he's in a different space.
We also gave him a lot of acid.
That's funny.
I think that helps the illusion that he's in space.
That helps me.
So let's get into comedy, man.
All right.
Comedy. We'll,
Okay.
we'll ask you. We'll stray away from the mortician jokes.
Okay.
Or jokes.
Jokes.
Hey.
There was jokes?
I don't know,
Ew.
dude. Everything's a fucking thing.
Life is just a joke, you guys.
It's just like the laziest comment. Everything's just a thing.
Everything's a thing. Just
Let's write that quote on the board.
Everything's a thing.
This will be the new spaced out shirts. Spaced out. Everything's a thing.
Write that down. That's genius.
Write it down. Space Cadet.
Space Cadet.
Chasworth.
Do you hear us?
Don't start rapping. Just can't drop your mixtape.
That was the sound of graphite on paper, you jackass.
Sounded like Eminem. All right.
What?
So what would you say was the worst gig you ever had
Oh man,
that wasn't Comedy by the Slice?
No, I love that show. It was a great show. The worst like gig I ever had, I think, was my first booked gig. It was at a bar show, and I went in there. This is before I learned to have backup material, so I had nothing but I think good 8 minutes of just solid mortuary material, and the people fucking hated it. One lady who was she was heckling other comedians. She kind of heckled me a little bit. And then I kind of said, I said something real fucked up back. And then she stopped, and she completely stopped heckling, and she just turned around and just stopped paying attention completely. And it was holy fuck! I completely had it was a terrible show, but I learned, you know.
We need to put that YouTube video. Mortician shuts down heckler.
Man,
Would you tell her, I will bury you and your husband tonight?
I think it was something in that regard. Some it's because I was talking about people dying. I was like, oh, okay, well. Everyone dies. We can all relate with this shit. Oh, except for you. Apparently, you're not gonna fucking die. And I just got really pissed off. I didn't really have anything to say. It was just weird.
What if she was like an ancient demon? She's like, you have found my true identity.
Right? I hit a nerve because then she got really pissed. I'm really not gonna die. And it's then it got I didn't realize it's just gonna go on in this existence, and it just sucks for it. You know,
She's gonna live forever.
I hit a nerve.
Immortality.
I know you can't be sad about immortality.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can. Your entire family dies besides you,
That's depressing.
but then you never get to witness. What happens? Okay, wait. Let's ask Space Cadet.
Yes, I am immortal.
That's good.
And I am very, very sad about it.
That's why we sent you up there without the helmet. We just sent you out in your pajamas.
Ew.
Why is that an ill?
Ew.
You can't reference Jimmy Fallon on the show.
Ew.
It's not allowed.
That's ew.
That's a good question.
Did you ask me a question?
Yeah, I did. You weren't paying attention? Listen back to the episode.
Okay.
All right, Space Cadet Chasworth.
Chadsworth.
What was it?
I didn't call you a name.
That was the weirdest thing ever because it was English, but it wasn't English.
It just sounded like a sound just happening all at once.
That's not a response. We didn't teach you to respond like that. We're gonna put you.
We didn't raise you like this.
We didn't grow you from that test tube to respond like this. Jesus.
Oh man.
Are there any space demons out there?
Or space Hitlers? Space Hitlers?
Space Hitlers?
Space Hitlers.
There are about 50 space Hitlers and 28 space demons.
Why are there more Hitlers than demons?
Convention in town.
All right, let's get back to Juan. What would you say makes for a good show?
Not this.
Space cadets, but I think
I
think that's what we're all lacking
I meant
more of.
stand up.
Okay. Space cadets. I think is the answer to both of those. No. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's no real answer to that. That's what we're all trying to find out. I think,
This segment is called You went through all your questions way too fast.
We have no backup material.
I'm gonna start asking you Ezekiel's questions from last.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's dead in the water.
He's back on Earth. The cadet is back on Earth. That was dead in the water. He gets very upset when we blow past what he says. We're not all being hung up on what you're saying.
How do we not have a hi-hat ready for him? We gotta get that.
go.
Sound drop that ready.
I'm working on that.
We have budget Reggie Watts here. In case anybody,
My name's Veggie Watts.
you could be Veggie Watts. You're just a skinnier version of Reggie Watts.
It's still not skinny, though.
Didn't say it was hard to beat. It's not a high threshold to pass.
There's no...
Veggie Watts.
I would just like to remind everyone, we have not been drinking.
Oh, maybe that's why. But we also don't have any booze.
We have one Tecate in the refrigerator. I think we should all split that.
We should all split the one Tecate.
We should probably let it sit out though, make sure it's nice and warm. You know.
We should probably take a little break.
Drunk.
We should probably take a little break so I could change my shirt and think of more questions.
Are you really sweating that much?
This thing has got me wet.
It's kind of sexy.
This whole segment has got me wet.
I do that. I'm sorry.
Space Cadet Chasworth, are you still going to be in space when we
Why
get
do you
back?
keep changing his name?
I don't know. Just let things happen.
I would have to be in space. How would I have gotten back?
He's like, when I'm on Earth, I'm just a cadet. I need something special attached to my name.
He's a space cadet. That's just nicer. It has a nicer ring to it. Space
It's
cadet.
not a title. It's just a descriptive term.
It's just technically what he is. He's a cadet who happens to be in space.
It's not wrong.
We'll bring you back. Okay, during this short little break, we're going to try and get Space Cadet Richard back, dropping his real name.
That's how it goes, spaced out all the way.
All right, what's the best way to cover up a herpes sore?
The best way is not to, brother. You gotta it's ribbed for her pleasure, man. You gotta fucking just let her ride that shit, bro.
You know, if you can't own what you got, where are you gonna end up? You know, you gotta be who you are. You gotta be what grows on you.
What the fuck? What the fuck? You gotta be what grows on you.
Dude, those are like quotable.
Who says that? So Space Cadet Randall is here. He's
What?
the cousin of Space Cadet Clutch Kobe.
RNDLL.
You don't even use vowels.
Nah, man. Vowels are what prevent you in life to understand what's really there.
Holds people back.
Yeah. You know, vowels. What is a vowel? Owl.
Fuck valves.
You know?
You're the Deepak Chopra
Fuck
of
valves.
Spaced Out.
Fuck.
All right, Randall. Well, thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
You know, Juan, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
How do you come up with your material? Do you practice it at home, or do you run it on your way to work?
I do it in front of the bodies. I just do it right there. I need an audience, and I got a captive audience. And when I get no response, that's when I know it'll work.
Cool. You know, spaced out all the way. You know, be here every week.
It would be
What up?
It would be concerning if you got a response. If you wrote the perfect joke and it brought people back to life.
That's what I'm waiting for. Just one day. Just that.
One-
Yeah, man. I like clap. Clap is cool.
Are you talking about the VD?
Nah, man. One clap. There you go. Yeah.
That is fucking creepy.
It sounds like someone's hitting their dick against someone's back. Randall and Chaz. 2017. The marriage is going to be like the new Kim
Damn.
K marriage. Randall and Chaz. Randall, would you ever have a...
Whoa.
Yes, Felipe?
What would their name be together, you know? Like,
Chandel.
do you sniff the mic?
Why did you smell the mic?
It doesn't smell like butthole, dude. Hold on.
Now you got me curious.
Randall,
What
Randall,
does it
Take a little
smell like?
sniff.
Randall in protest just smelled the microphone.
Fuck this. Wait, hold on.
Hey, we already fired Cadet Luis.
That
for
would be his name.
offering
That's
a bite of his
name.
lollipop last week. You can't just go around sniffing microphones.
I got a mic you can sniff. This one.
Ew.
And it has a pop filter.
You know, man, I'm just here to represent the IE, represent that haircut. What up? Spaced out.
What haircut?
We should
Are you
get we should have a picture of your haircut on Twitter.
talking- We should
On our-
definitely not.
Yeah, just let me take it at the right angle.
I do look completely different from my headshots, though.
You have headshots?
I do have headshots. All
Yeah.
comedians need headshots for flyers.
He looks so much more like a shark in person. It's just he doesn't have the same kind of charm that a shark does. Not the same nice smile. But, you know, he's a great boss, spaced out all the way, here every week. Represent PBW, open mic.
Why is that our signature event? It's the PBW
Who
Open.
knows? Not getting paid.
We had 6 people at the last open mic, including all the performers and staff.
Yo, man, if it's 6 or 60, represent, i.e., Juan Cias. What up in the house?
Word. Cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
Cold.
All right, Felipe's having fun with the mixer.
I love this.
There we go.
Juan, where do you intend to take comedy?
Tend to take it to the grave. That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't. I shouldn't do. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal your.
This is your chance.
Oh fuck! I just totally mom spaghetti that moment right now. Like, I'm trying to make that a thing, you guys. Right here, right now.
Mom spaghetti, you heard it here.
When you get one shot and you fuck that up, you just fucking mom spaghetti that moment, bro.
And it's not even in reference to Eminem.
No, that's original. Juan Cias original, right?
Juan
TM.
Cias. Trademark it. Trademark it.
Trademarked it. It's there.
I would just like to state that when Cias walked in, he shook my hand and his palms were all sweaty, and I looked him in the eye and I said, Mom spaghetti. He's taking that shit from me.
What is the show? What has happened? What has happened to the good old days of Spaced Out when we used to just traverse the universe? And
Whoa.
you don't
When did we
remember
do
those
that?
days?
No.
Oh, you weren't here.
Yeah.
You weren't here for that one.
No.
I've been watching a lot of Kenny versus Spenny. Have you guys ever watched that show?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Is it a show?
Is it a thing?
I don't know. I feel like me and Space Cadet Randall could have that Kenny versus Spenny relationship.
Yes.
No.
Dude. Okay. Random sound effect.
I think before every time you do a sound effect, you should announce random sound effect. I think people need to get mentally prepared
That's just call to arms. Just
before you
random
drop a
sound
sound effect in there. I think it'll work. All right. I've been looking up mortician questions,
sure.
and it just shows me that people are afraid of death.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you
Absolutely.
think this is why it's such a taboo topic? That
Yeah,
everybody's just
a
afraid?
lot of people don't like, especially when I'm doing my like I said, a lot of people don't like it. I try to do it in a way to me that can make it seem like more humorous, and that's really difficult to do. But it's totally a topic where just people are scared, man. They're fucking.
Randall, that's not an instrument. All right. As you ease people towards making those types of decisions, what do you tell them?
get over it. No.
It's gonna happen whether you like it or not.
Yeah, right? This is gonna happen.
That's true.
No, dude. Ultimately, all we can do is just look back at the positive moments and enjoy every moment you have, man. Because we don't have every day. That's why I tell people especially with depression, it's like that shit. It's gonna just enjoy that shitty moment because those shitty fucking moments make all the crazy good moments just really much better because the peaks and the valleys. It's like you look back when you're at the peak. When you're in a great moment, and it's like you look back at all the shit you went through. It's like the contrast of it is what really makes life balanced, in my opinion. So
it adds to the life experience. See, Randall has only endured valleys in his life.
Yeah.
life
Valley representing the valley. What up?
Randall is just one big valley.
When he gets to his mountain,
I'm a valley of representing, spaced out.
Okay, another very
I
important.
have a question though for Cias.
sure.
All right.
Let's hear it.
Is it okay to hate the dead? Or
God damn.
dance on their graves?
That is deep. Dancing on the grave, although it is frowned upon, technically not illegal. So I mean,
Really?
yeah. So I mean, yeah, you can do it. You
Only
can
to
do
the
it.
right song.
Oh, it's right. It can only be to fucking Mexican corridos and shit. Tragos de amargos, fucking and shit like that. That's about it, But to hate a person for being dead, I can't do that because that makes me money. So I love them.
Because if I'm not mistaken, the natives of the southern part of Bolivia, they dance on their graves, all in remembrance to them. This fact representing.
I think you have to dig them up before you dance with them. I think they need to be partners in this. I think that's more respectful.
Just trying to bring some culture in.
Dude. Bolivia.
Are you from the hood of Bolivia? Where are you?
I'm from the hood of culture, of finesse, of agriculture.
The valley, people. The valley.
Valley.
Are you freestyling right now? Is that why you get along with Veggie
I don't
Watts?
freestyle, dude. I'm just free, and that's my
veggie.
style.
I hate you so much, but you're adding so much color to the show.
Random sound effect. Sound.
No, I'm not.
Sound.
In no way am I adding any kind of color.
And the show has ended. All right. Would you rather live in a haunted house or a fun house?
Oh my god, that is the greatest question I've ever been asked, I think, ever.
You have to.
Holy
give
shit.
something to your audience.
Wait, wouldn't the haunted house be a fun house?
Yeah, I'm about to
if
say
you
for
like
me,
it?
dude. For me, that is one and the same, brother. I would be having a great time either way, dude. Fun houses. If it's a fucking stereotypical fun house, no, that doesn't sound fun at all. That's a few corpses and whatnot. That sounds more like a good time.
Do you think Randall lives in a haunted house or a fun house?
I think Randall lives for sure. We know he lives in the valley. That's been established. But as to where his physical domicile is, I think we should put him in the box with fucking with what the fuck? Where's our other cadet? Clutch with old Clutch there.
There's no room.
That's where they live. That's actually where they live. We just toss all the cadets in the box.
In the valley. In
the valley.
Make sure to leave him in the valley.
It's a very specifically located box. I don't know why that question popped up. Would you rather start a ministry or serve in one?
Oh, neither. That sounds because that just sounds like a whole. I don't know. I feel like I'm already making enough people off of fucking. I don't know. I don't know. It just sounds terrible. Ministries. It just. I need to get into it.
What if it was a
Much more
ministry
money.
of death?
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking. Okay, that would definitely. I could definitely start and lead, and then eventually, in some sort of great ritual, kill myself in front of everyone, and carry it on. Carry it on.
I've got a ministry. You want to hear it?
Is it the ministry of the valley?
Nah, man, it's Ministry of Representing, spaced out, Paul Antonio Flappers. What up? One of these days, he will not pay for your drink. My ministry right there.
That day is today.
I want to be introduced as you may know this guy is performing once a month at Flappers in Claremont. Please welcome to the stage, All right, would you rather be a notorious outlaw or a notorious politician?
I think
I think it's the same thing.
I think an outlaw is more honorable than a fucking politician. Man, 'cause outlaws, they have their own rules, you know? They don't set of
Badass.
rules.
Bully
Politicians have no rules. They're fucking full of shit, man.
No rules.
No rules.
No morals.
No anything. No
Would you
balls.
rather stomp grapes or pop bubble wrap?
Oh, bubble wrap for sure, all day, 24/7, dude. I love bubble wrap. That's a great question.
How do you feel about hurricanes?
Hurricanes,
Very topical.
very top. That's good. That's a good question.
We lost our audio engineer
Because
to a
I
hurricane.
have a hurricane. You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
What did your hurricane?
I'll tell you. I'll let you know how I feel about hurricanes after you let me know about this hurricane.
What's your hurricane, Randall?
Representing Spaced Out. What up, IE Valley? You got any kind of E? Come through. What up? That's my hurricane.
The difference is Joel
Literally,
Osteen.
the devastation in the wake of that hurricane was just wow. That was awesome. That was
I put the hurry in the
awe-inspiring.
cane.
Harry, yeah.
Joel-
I put the R in the her.
Joel Osteen opened up his church to us.
Here we go.
Didn't open
Joe
it.
Osteen representing. What up? Spaced Out. Prime sponsor. Paul Antonio haircut.
Would you rather have an itch that you can't scratch or hiccups that won't go away?
Fuck hiccups. I had this last night.
Oh yeah, I'd rather have an
No.
itch.
No
Itch.
hiccups. No hiccups.
Itching is pleasurable.
Exactly.
Do you have an itching fetish, Randall,
Yeah.
Nah, man, I just got an itch.
that won't go
And
away?
if I got a fet for it, then that's just a tish.
Word.
Deep
Word.
words.
We're shoving you back into the
Words of
box.
wisdom from Randall.
All right. Would you rather discover that you were adopted or that your dad isn't your biological father? Wait, isn't that the same?
Oh. Well,
Isn't that kind of the-
that's kind of one of the same.
I didn't write this
I would
one.
definitely rather find out that I was adopted, because then I would like make more. I would just be like, then you got an out for everything in life. It's like,
You know-
well, fuck it, I was adopted. I mean,
You have more material.
yeah, you get a lot of
Release
material.
The adopted special.
The father being and not the father is kind of more devastating, I think, because it's like, oh wow, so this, it's like, but to be adopted, I think, yeah, okay.
What if you found out after death, after you had already paid the mortician fees? That would.
Oh, that would be upsetting. It's like, wow, I should have went with direct cremation instead.
I paid for this, man.
I should have went cheap,
Is there a way to be cremated and then formed into a sculpture?
Yeah, they do it all the time. Actually, already it's happening. There's one in the Neptune Society in Florida. They turn your ashes into like a mortar mix, and they turn it into like this underwater wreath sculpture thing, dude. And they have other pieces like glass artware that's mixed in with the ashes. They have diamonds and shit compressed from ashes and shit, dude.
Can
Great.
you make ash lube with the cremation?
They make ash. They make ash dildos.
I
They
got
make
ashy lube.
ashy lube. That's a medical condition, I think, more than anything.
That's just after it touches
I
your
have
lips.
ashy lube.
Then it becomes ashy lube.
That sounds like a
It's
side
called
effect.
chalk flavored.
If you experience ashy lube, please consult the doctor immediately. But they actually make
Smegma flavored.
they make ash cremated remain dildos though, dude.
They
They
do?
turn they make a dildo, I guess, and they make in the ashes into the dildo. And they also have another. Well, the other one I saw too was it's like a little compartment for the ashes in there. So it's just weird.
So you can interchange it.
You can interchange
Get
the
different ashes?
You can put different ashes in there. Like, fucking, I'm done with this guy's ashes. I want a black guy's ashes now in there.
The dildo like becomes magical. It just grows. Randall, what type of person would you like their ashes in your dildo?
Real. Like 100% from the IE, representing spaced out real.
That's real, though.
Would you rather teach like Jesus or live like Jesus?
I think I'd rather.
Where are you getting these questions
I'd
from?
rather
Fucking
teach
Bible
like
study?
Jesus, because Jesus sounds like he lived a pretty shitty life. I mean, I'd rather teach like him, like because as long as all the shit that is attached to that doesn't go along with it, yeah, I'm down.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
How about you, Randall?
Definitely live like Jesus. Because you know what he did, man? Do you know what Jesus did? Representing. 100% representing that spaced out. Then he died for all of you.
He died so that you could see me at Flappers.
Flappers.
Flappers, Claremont.
One of
people.
these days,
Flappers,
see
Claremont.
Paul Antonio's haircut. That's why Jesus died for you. That's why he died.
He died for the
drop-in.
sins.
6 hours
That is
bleeding
Paul
out.
Antonio's haircut.
Special drop-in set from Jesus. Come see it.
Oh man.
Would you rather write a children's book or create a hit jingle for a TV commercial?
Holy shit. I shit you not, I've done both of those things.
Have you really?
I did a jingle for a buddy's radio commercial a long time ago. I was writing I never finished the children's book, but I was writing a children's book for my cousin and never finished it. But the jingle, I guess I'd rather do the jingle since I finished that.
Yeah.
That was on the radio.
What was the children's book?
Yeah, what was the theme of the children's book?
It was she wanted me to make it about like children's like a heroes, superheroes kind of, but like almost like a Captain Planet, like they had elemental powers and shit.
Uh-huh.
And then but all the stuff that went along with it. I went a little too deep with it. I was making it too fucking real. She's like, "This is intended for like 9-year-olds." I was like, they gotta know. They gotta know about this crazy shit.
In the next issue of the Avengers, we cremate Hulk.
Oh man, I definitely have to charge extra for that. Definitely.
Would you rather be in love once or infatuated daily? Hard hitting question.
Infatuated daily. That sounds more fun. That just sounds like it'd be a lot more fun.
It's agony.
Terrible. Randall, do you love anyone
Yes.
besides the IE?
Sorry, I was out of character. Yup. What up, IE? Only love the IE. Only loving Spaced Out. Only loving Paulo Antonio. Haircut. At Flappers. Tonight. Baby.
It's not tonight.
That's why I said maybe.
Hard hitting questions.
What was the commercial for? Or, it was for his show?
It was for it was a jingle for my buddy. He owns a spot in Riverside. They sell the appliances and shit.
Uh-huh.
And so he needed me to do, because he had an English jingle already. They needed someone to do the Spanish jingle. So I had to do the Spanish jingle for him. And it was fucking weird.
Did you try to bargain with him?
No.
Cash only? Was that part
Checking
of
his
the
text. Cias. What up?
I was doing it as a favor for a buddy. He let me see. I don't think he owed me like $40, but I never fucking collected.
Never paid you?
I never collected from him. I was like, yeah, it's no big deal. I have to look for the recording later or something, man. But let me see if I can find it.
Randall,
But
while CS is looking for that, I have a question for you.
No shit.
Would you rather push an old lady down or trip a toddler?
Can you do both?
There's no Benjamin Button.
Trip a toddler. Man, gotta represent that trip a toddler.
The crew.
When they trip and they make that high queak sound.
High queek?
Yes, queek. That is
Queek.
the process.
Oh, queaking?
Why'd you turn southern?
all right, so
There's flaws in your character. All right, CS, go for it.
I'm chewing gum.
All right, let's see if this works here. It won't fuck with. If I put it up close to the mic, it won't give it some. All right, let's see. It's extremely racist.
En
so.
español.
Tenemos todos Llama ahora 951-376-9109. SAJ se encuentra en 2850 University Avenue, Riverside, California. Puedes encontrar todos sus electrodomésticos. Garantizamos los precios más bajos en Inland Empire. 951-376-9109. SAJ.
I'm glad you got Steven Espinosa some work there at the end. He really needs it.
I'm sampling that last part. I got that in audio.
You
That
know
was
what?
It's
yeah.
gonna be part of our.
I don't fully understand Spanish, but I think we have a space cadet here that does understand Spanish.
Sí.
Please welcome to the show, Space Cadet Garcia.
Sí, ¿está on? ¿Está on?
Yeah, it's on.
Sí,
You're fine.
¿pueden oír? Sí. Dijo, ¿quieren en inglés o español?
Well, if I can't understand Spanish, you should
Okay,
probably
in
talk to me.
English,
This is our
in
translator. here.
English, what he said was gay. bunch of times. Just gay.
That's
¿Me pueden oír? ¿Sí?
Yes.
Yeah,
¿Están bien?
get back to
Okay.
work.
God damn it. Like,
Gracias.
I was taught in comedy to yes and, but it's like, yes and, I guess. It was totally gay. It was 100% gay.
All right, Randall, get back on the mic. I thought when you said racist, it was going to be like not even in Spanish. It's just like, you should buy your
This mic
appliances
smells like
here.
tacos.
Jesus.
We just had a Mexican.
That was
He makes me look tame. That's what I like having Randall
makes you,
here.
makes you look like fucking, I don't know.
Mother Teresa.
I was about to say that.
We're on the same wavelength.
Wavelength.
Way to kill a bit.
Well, what? I didn't kill it. I made it better.
No, not you, Randall. So, would you
So, let's go on. Okay.
ride a raging bull or be a bullfighter?
I think ride. I want to
Ride
ride
a
that wave,
bullfighter?
man. I just want to ride that bull, man. Ride that bull in life. That's the way we should do everything in life. Just ride that bull, man.
What position? Missionary?
I think whatever makes the bull more comfortable. I want to make it about the bull.
For
That's,
the bull's pleasure.
Exactly. It's for the bull. It's not for me.
Ribbed for the bull's pleasure.
Right for the bull's pleasure, bro. I mean,
You gave it bull herpes. You don't have regular herpes. You have bull herpes.
bull herpes is no, it's not a thing. I was gonna go yes and, but no, it's not a thing. I can't condone that.
Bull herpes, that represents me, really. I discovered bull herpes, and ever since then,
You discovered bull herpes.
Can you tell me?
I can't go back to any other kind of herpes.
Where did you discover it? Please tell me where.
On his mom.
It was in Spain. I was at a matador match,
Matador. Okay.
and
Not a battle. It was a match.
yes,
Of matadors.
yes.
All right.
So,
But it was a matador
do you
match.
want to know how I got the bull herpes or not?
Yeah. We're just clarifying
Please tell me.
that it was a
The
matador
bull
match.
that killed the matador, fuck that.
You fucked it?
All that.
The whole thing. Every
Dude,
Not the
all of it.
whole thing.
The entire
every
bull.
orifice?
No, the part that it wanted me to. Consensual only.
See, that's what I'm talking
Representing
about. Make it about the
consent.
bull. Make it about
Yes.
the bull. You know.
It wins, therefore it deserves to win again. I didn't do anything the bull didn't already want to do to itself.
Randall's legally obligated to say these following the court proceedings.
Representing lawyer from Spain, Gabriel, what up? How's that feta?
I can't. All right, let's go ahead and let's wrap this show up. This heavily space cadet influence show.
Were we actually recording the whole thing?
whole
Shit. All right.
So I asked you earlier in the episode
Sure.
to think of some life advice. If you were to die, what life advice would be etched in your tombstone?
Make it about the bull. Just make sure you pleasure the bull in everything in life. Just like ride the bull, pleasure the bull.
Ride the bull, pleasure the bull. Randall, can you concur with this?
Yeah, man, you gotta just do what that bull makes you do. Even though you want to leave, you do what the bull makes you do. This was an animal.
I'm falling asleep. It's so funny. So funny. All right, guys, let's wrap
Please note
this
that
up
everything
All
I was
right,
just
good show.
references for hysterical reasons. only.
Spaced out.
for legal reasons. Give it the plug. All right, Juan, where can people find you? Do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, no, I got a show going on tonight. Well, that's going to come out obviously,
Yeah.
But then we got a bunch of.
I'm sure you
can
did
catch
well.
Me. Yeah, I do okay. You can catch me on Facebook because that's all I really do because I'm a fucking loser.
You
Facebook.
don't do the Instagrams? Or
I do, but I'm not as active as I should. Yeah.
So Juan,
Spaced out.
Juan Cias on Facebook.
Yeah.
Want to spell your last name?
CIAS.
Want to spell your first name?
JUAN.
Want to spell Randall? RNDL, right?
That's right. No vowels.
No vowels.
RNDL.
No vowels. Felipe, where can people find you?
Shit.
Mixing the mic.
Who am I talking to? I said Felipe.
Sorry, I'm like zoned out.
Holy shit!
You
there's
don't
an
know
actual-
your own handles?
There's an actual Felipe here. I thought that was just like a made-up character.
No, that's me.
Oh,
We
shit,
brought you
okay.
back from drowning in 3 inches of water last week.
26,
36.
36.
36 inches of water. 38
You can
inches
find
of
me
dick.
on Instagram at _Soulcraft. Same thing, Twitter. But nobody shows me love on Twitter, so fuck Twitter.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Go
Come on,
comment spaced out on all of Felipe's tweets.
please.
You can find RNDLL at Spaced Out, representing Paul Antonio.
.com?
Representing. You can find me at representing or in the IE.
Wait, is that your social media network?
Not representing is where you are right now, man. That's where you find me. Where you are right now, looking at you.
I feel like a shoelace that's been tied and like constricted. I don't know what's going on.
That's a weird feeling. That you feel like a shoelace. Paul Antonio. Flappers. Shoelace. Tie it.
All right, so that's the episode. Thank you guys for listening to episode 2. Next week we're back with another special guest. I don't know who it is yet, but yeah, final words from Randall.
It was supposed to be the other character.
Oh, okay, sorry. Final from Chaz Bono, Space Cadet Chaz Bono. Go no Bono.
As we find ourselves deep in our days, let us remember that everything we heard does not represent me. I am not a racist, and I do not have bestiality. For what I can say for my other whatever. Who knows?